Hi there everyone, Scapegoat Stephen back with another video match report. So this is my final game in the Thanet Ball League. I didn't record all the games as you've seen going along. This is against one of the higher placed members of the league. I believe at this stage he has one more game after he's played me, and I believe he's also undefeated, so goes to show the quality. So this is Union versus Fisherman. Now I am looking for, we've got like a second season of our league starting in February, but we are cutting down to 3 separate divisions, so the league seasons will be shorter and there'll be less people to play, so the leagues will get done quicker. So I am looking to do some videos for those as well. I was considering moving away from Union, however the recent reveal of Veteran Captain Greed means I'm probably going to stay with Union for the season 2, and I did foolishly put my fate in the hands of Gubbs. Why I did that I'm not entirely sure, for who I would play next, and Shepherds did win that poll, but as Shepherds probably won't be out until we're in our about season 3 league, then I'm not going to obviously have a chance to get them on the table until then. But rest assured, I'll definitely, once Shepherds are out, give them some table time, especially as a new guild. It'd be nice to get some reports up involving them. Okay, so thanks for watching and let's get right into it. So the fish opted to receive, and coming down the left hand side with the fish you've got Veteran Siren, Kraken, Tentacles of Veteran Sakana, Shark and Angel. Meanwhile I have Coin, Minx who's kicking, Grace, Benediction, Rage and Harry. Now as you can see with Minx, I'm trying to kick the ball over to there, so I'm trying to force Angel or Shark to activate early to retrieve. What I did manage to do, however, was Minx only has a 2-die kick, so she was inaccurate, and then the scatter actually hit that piece of scenery just off the bottom of the centre due to a poor scatter. So actually he got to choose to place the ball on any model he wanted to. So that was a little bit unfortunate. My opponent chooses to put the ball on Kraken as his start of his fish pass and score line. However, you can see I've got Minx in a very central position, which should help going into the perhaps going in and dealing some damage. So we'll start with Kraken. He's going to pass to Tentacles and just go for a jog forward. I'm going to stall a little bit and use Coin to jog and Bag of Coffers Minx. Tentacles is going to go next. He's going to pass the ball to Veteran Sakana and then again jog forward. Grace, again a little bit of a stalling action, he's going to jog forward. I'm going to put Quick Foot on both Minx and Veteran Rage by the look of it, so one of those is with Talisman for free. Veteran Sakana is going to go. He's going to jog and pass the ball to Angel before Bag of Coffersing her. That's a word. As you can see, he's also measuring out Minx's threat range, which once you get Quick Foot in there is actually pretty far. He's also checking can Angel potentially go then score a goal from various places. In the end, my opponent decides, I believe, to dodge with Angel off that pass, just to ensure that she's out of threat range, or cause me some issues going into Minx. So, or going with Minx, I should say. Harry's just going to jog and drop a Molotov right there, just to cause some issues, so no one thinks about going down that direction. Veteran Siren is just going to run. Shadowlight and jog, I think, sorry. Benediction is going to put Braced on himself, stand firm on Minx and go for a sprint. Again, just let's get in the way, let's provide all sorts of disincentives for my opponent to try and do anything with any of his players, really. So Angel's going to go. She's not going to be able to go for a goal run, so she decides that she will super shot herself and pass the ball to Shark, just because she wants to make sure she doesn't spoon it. And then I believe Shark dodges off that. She nimbles herself and then advances to present herself as a potential target. Not something I'm going to fall for. Minx is going to then jog base to base with Siren and get a Bag of Coffers attack. We do get a counter attack declared. She is defense 5, so I only managed to get a momentous 1 damage, snared and a dodge, but I am base to base, so she's not really going to be able to get anywhere unless she hits like a double dodge. So her counter attack just does a tackle dodge, so she stays within 1. Minx then gets a follow-up attack with a momentous 3, followed by another momentous 3, followed by a 1 damage marked target on Siren, because it actually means Rage could potentially charge her if I want him to, and get him massively further up the field. Depends a little bit on what Shark does, really, though. So in the end, we actually leave Siren on not a lot of health. Obviously, she does have Escaping Fate, which means if I do take her out, she gets that 2-inch dodge, followed by the 1 hit point heal. Not the greatest against this particular Union team, because there are dodges and you know, axe throws from Minx and fires from Molotovs from Harry and that sort of thing. But it's also not inconsequential. So my opponent does a bit of measuring out now. What is he going to do with Shark? Because he does kind of want to go for the goal. Marcus's playstyle is very much trying to hammer home goals really quickly. He's pretty risk averse, to be honest. Risk averse, is that the right phrase? He doesn't mind taking risks, sorry, is what I should probably say. Not risk averse. So Shark will sprint and he'll hit Minx for the momentous dodge. You're going to tidal surge, that's a word, to Grace, bearing in mind all of my melee zones around there. He's then going to shoot and score. So he goes up to 4-0. He then runs the length to actually engage Rage, because he's not going to be able to get out of Rage's melee, or out of Rage's threat range. So what he does is he decides, you know what, I'll just go engage him so he can't furiously charge me. So I was thinking of going after Siren, but as Shark's here, well, we might as well attack Shark, mightn't we? The ball I just kick out just in front of Rage, and it ends up scattering and basically on Benediction, which I decided to snap it with Benediction rather than leaving it free, because the fish team does have ways of moving the ball around. So Rage will quick time himself, so he's unengaged. Then he'll self-charge Shark. He'll charge Shark. He'll do a momentous 3 damage and a push, just to push him into Benediction's engagement range, followed by a momentous 1, followed by a knockdown and a momentous 3. So we're just setting up Shark for the kill at the top of the next turn, as you'd expect really from a Rage team. So the fish have 0 momentum and the Union have 7. I am aware of how easy the fish are to be able to get the ball. So what I decide to do is I'm going to form a wall, because Rage is within 4 inches of the goal already. My opponent plays 110%, so he gets 2 extra influence. He does put a reasonable stack on, 2, 3 on Shark. So I've got to kill Shark. Rage will Legendary, then he'll Red Fury Benediction, who scores a momentous braced. Thank you, because I want that when I'm holding the ball currently. Followed by another Red Fury and a momentous double push. Pushes Shark, so he's being engaged by Grace as well. I furiously charge Rage, completely forgetting about staying within 4 of the goal. Get a momentous 4 up to 5, a momentous 1 up to 2, a momentous 1 up to 2, and get the takeout. So it's now 4-2 in favour of the fish. But I've got a stack of momentum already at the start of the turn. So Veteran Sakana is going to charge Harry, who both defensive stance and counter-attacks, and he scores that momentous fancy footwork, which means he's going to take the ball off Benediction, because I'm an idiot and completely forgot that that thing exists. So I do have a counter-attack. Does he get a momentous dodge on the wrap, or does he buy an attack? Either way, I then counter-attack with a bonus time and get a double push to push Sakana out of goal range. He then decides to try and pass the ball to Angel. Back now, he's got a potential option to score, but Sakana misses it, and the ball scatters off towards the fisherman goal. And sort of not the greatest for my opponent there. So it means he's got to double back to fetch it before he can continue his push forward. So I'm going to go with Minx. I'm going to make an attack on Siren with bonus time to get the momentous 2 to take her, well, not take her out, but trigger Escaping Fate. So she will then do the Escaping Fate move, which goes a whole 1 inch. I'm then going to go for a jog and hit her again to kill her. It takes us to 4-4. So that was another attack with bonus time for a momentous 2. So that's Kraken's activation next. He's going to jog, snap the ball, and pass to Angel. Angel will then dodge backwards because she's scared of, again, the threat ranges I've got on various models, thanks to Grace. But he's also checking, because he has Super Shot, where can he go that means he can still back off and get to the goal. So as you can see, there's a lot of widgets coming out at this particular moment in time just to try and make sure that he's going to be. I think in the end we settle for just at the opposite, behind the rough ground, and he is still in goal threat himself, but he's out of Harry being able to charge and reach unless Harry has the speed buff. So in the end, we'll get there eventually. There we go. Decides that's his final place, and he'll stop there. So I'm going to activate Grace. Grace is going to jog. She's going to jog to within 4 of the goal to trigger Form a Wall, and she's going to put +2/+2 move on both Benediction and Harry. One with the talisman for the free 1-on-1 naturally. So he's just going to. My opponent's just going to go for it. So Angel's going to super shot herself and then go for a shot on goal. So she needs a 5. She's down to 3 dice. Because of the various intervening models and engagements, and she scores. She manages it. So it's 8-4 in favour of the fish now. The ball scatters just to behind Grace. Now the important thing to note here is Grace does not snap the ball because I'm basically a little bit worried of Veteran Siren coming back on and knocking me down and scattering it, or someone coming in and tackling me. So Coin's going to jog and bag a Coffer's Benediction. Tentacles will jog next to go and block anyone going into Angel. Harry jogs base to base in the cover and attacks Veteran Sakana, singles him out, gets a momentous double push to get him out of the cover, followed by a non-momentous 1. Again, I'm not so fussed at the moment about the momentum, knowing that I'm going to get a bit more again now. Benediction will then go in, and Benediction will jog base to base with Sakana, get a non-momentous 3 up to 4 because of the legendary, a momentous 2 up to 3, followed by a momentous 2 up to 3. So Sakana's not looking too pleased at this stage either. So that's Union have 7 momentum and the fish have 3. The fishermen are going to play the card that gives them poised while they're in my half. Apologies, I haven't got round to learning the names for all of these yet. And I'm going to play the one that puts a weak point out, and I'm going to put it on Sakana because I just want to kill him with 1 or 2 hits and then carry on with my turn. You know, I've got options there of 2 models that could hit him. I've got Veteran Rage, who could also potentially use Red Fury. I do take initiative as well, sorry, in case I didn't mention that. But my issue now is, look, I've got Shark at the bottom of the screen and I've got Veteran Siren at the top of the screen. So I'm a little bit concerned that my opponent is going to be able to get this ball somehow, especially with all these strikers and Angel in the middle. So there you go, there's Shark's threat range. So I in the end decide to go Rage, and Rage is going to Red Fury Benediction to try and get rid of Sakana, and I managed to score 1 net success. So I get a non-momentous 1. He has countered, so he gets a single dodge, and he's gonna back off into the cover. I'm then gonna do another 2 Red Fury attacks through Benediction and get non-momentous 1 both times to eventually get the takeout. So it takes us to 8-6 in favour of the fish. I'm then going to quick time Benediction just so he blocks that threat range a little bit from Shark into Grace, just to cause my opponent to make some tough choices. And then I'm going to furiously charge Angel just to try and neuter her a little bit. I only get the I only get the knockdown. She does defensive stance, I believe, up to oh no, she can't have, can she? Sorry, because of Vet Sakana did a counter attack, but yeah, it's I get the knockdown basically, and basically he has no momentum now to stand up, so he can't do anything with Angel temporarily until he sorts out that. So measuring out Veteran Siren at the moment, and we realise that Veteran Siren needs a double dodge off Minx to be able to then get that ball and do something with it. So I defensive stance up to a 5-1 because it makes sense, and my opponent gets nothing on that charge attack, and then the follow-up attack does exactly the same. So unfortunate for my opponent there. So I'm going to activate Grace in response. Now I've got a clear line on that side of the border, I'm a little bit safer. So Grace is going to talisman herself to quick time, and she's going to then jog to engage Siren, snapping the ball on the way. She will score an attack with her 1 influence into Grace, just get a momentous dodge again. Into Siren, just because again it's a bit of momentum. My opponent did choose to counterattack and gets nothing. Again, that free poised, really key. Oh, sorry, actually, yes. So, Angel would have defensive stanced earlier because Veteran Sakana had done the poised counter. Kraken jogs to attack Rage and completely misses, despite having a gang up. Minx then will attack Veteran Siren because she was engaging her, do a momentous 1 snared and dodge, followed by a momentous 3 damage dodge and goes base to base with her. She then does a momentous 3 damage dodge, escaping fate triggers. Minx jogs and attacks with bonus time, 1 damage takeout on Veteran Siren, gets us to 8 all, and then she backs to the shadow. She goes back to the shadows. In hindsight, perhaps the wrong direction. Probably should have brought her more into the centre to threaten for next turn. So Shark's going to charge Harry, who does defensive stance and counter-attack. Probably shouldn't have done the counter-attack, but the defensive stance probably would have been a good idea. Shark then gets the double dodge, attacks Rage, gets a momentous push dodge. Legendaries hitting both Coin and Benediction, and Rage and Harry, 3 of which haven't actually activated yet, so it is reasonably bad. He then debates about what to do next and decides to Tidal Surge Angel. Angel is knocked down, but he has a single point of momentum, which means Angel could potentially go and get the ball off Grace and score a win, taking him up to 12 points. But Angel is still knocked down. She's going to be out of Benediction's threat range because he's a bit slow, but she's not going to be out of Harry's. So in the end, I decided to charge her with Harry. I have only got that 2 influence, and I need to go now. Unfortunately, I actually forget quite stupidly to roll my charge dice when calculating my attack. So I roll, I believe, my 5 tack and my 2 friends that are there, and completely and utterly forget that I've got this really useful charge, which means I could have potentially scored more results, but never mind. I do get the result I'm after, which is the momentous double push. Angel basically gets pushed so that she's no longer engaging Rage. I am engaging her with Harry, but it means that she can't just hit someone and dodge, hit someone and dodge, hit someone and dodge, all that sort of nonsense. So Angel's going to activate. She's going to clear conditions. She's going to jog around Rage's melee to attack Coin, but still engaged by Harry. So her first attack, she just completely and utterly misses against my 4-1. Second attack, she managed to get a tackle dodge, and then third and fourth attacks, she just absolutely nothing. It's a little bit heartbreaking actually. She just gets no successes at all on 3 of her 4 attacks. However, that said, the Shark legendary does effectively neuter Benediction, so he's not actually able to go anywhere. He can sprint a whole 2 inches, which is not the fastest of boys, but he will go, and then strictly speaking, I guess he puts up braced, but it really doesn't matter at this stage because he has nothing really that he can effectively do, as he is the last activation of the term, due to activation advantage I believe I gained. Must have killed someone. Well, I killed Vet Siren, but she'd already activated. Oh no, apparently I just completely and utterly forgot to activate Coin this turn. Oh dear. Just discovering that now as we record. More fool me. So we're going into this next turn. Union have 3 momentum and Fish have 1. Fish get a risky play card, and I put the +1 tack on Minx. I get the rough ground is fast ground card. Literally affects no one currently with board positioning. The die we then roll, because we have to do a roll off. My die is cocked, so we ask the people on the next table to make a calling. Does it count as cocked where it is? Should I re-roll? They say yes, so I re-roll, and I get initiative. So now it's quite important. I need either a goal or 2 takeouts. I'm not going to get a goal at this stage because I can't get to anyone to generate the momentum off them with Grace to then score. Not especially with the tiny amount of influence I put on her. More for me. Perhaps I should have tried. Thing is, I think I would have been in both Kraken and tentacles, threat ranges, I would have had to have charged. So in the end I decided to do Rage. Rage will quick time Minx and buy 3 Red Fury attacks into Angel. So our first attack we get a momentous 3 damage dodge snared, and our dodge base to base. Rage is then going to put Bloody Coin up on Minx. Second attack, rolls 7 dice, hits 7 times. So that's a momentous 5, wraps to the momentous 3, and then final attack is a momentous 4 for a takeout. So that's 8-10 in favour of the Union. So Shark is going to go. Shark's going to try and score from here. He's going to jog into the middle, that mess of the middle, but then he's going to tidal surge himself out so that he can then engage Grace. He's going to attack Grace. He's going to get a tackle, followed by a momentous dodge, and then take a shot on goal and score it. So it ends 12-10 to the Fisherman.